Roy Benavidez was born in 1935 in Cuero, Texas, to a poor Latino family and grew up working in the fields. He went on to join the Army as a teenager. After serving as a paratrooper, he volunteered for Special Forces and deployed to Vietnam as a member of Military Assistance Command Vietnam Studies and Observations Group, or MACV SOG, the elite secretive unit conducting deep reconnaissance behind enemy lines. On May 2, 1968, Benavidez was at base camp when he heard a radio call. A 12-man SOG reconnaissance team had been ambushed deep in enemy territory, surrounded by a North Vietnamese battalion. Most of the team was wounded. Evacuation helicopters were being driven off by heavy fire. Benavidez grabbed a medical kit, jumped onto a helicopter, and rode it into the landing zone under intense enemy fire. He had not had time to grab a rifle and was armed only with a knife. The helicopter was hit and forced down. Benavidez leapt out and ran through gunfire to reach the wounded. Over the next several hours, he repeatedly charged enemy positions, dragging wounded men to safety, administering medical aid, and calling in air support. He was shot multiple times, stabbed with a bayonet, and struck by grenade fragments. At one point, he used his own body as a shield to protect the wounded while fighting hand-to-hand with enemy soldiers. Despite catastrophic injuries, multiple gunshot wounds, dozens of shrapnel wounds, and severe internal bleeding, Benavidez continued fighting, lifting men twice his size and loading them onto evacuation helicopters. When a helicopter was shot down, he ran back into the fire to recover classified documents and pull survivors from the wreckage. Eventually, barely conscious and covered in blood, Benavidez collapsed on the evacuation helicopter. Believed to be dead, he was placed in a body bag. It was only when a doctor noticed him spitting in anger at being zipped up that his life was saved. Initially recommended for the Distinguished Service Cross, eyewitness accounts later revealed the full scope of his actions. In 1981, 13 years after the battle, President Ronald Reagan awarded Roy Benavidez the Medal of Honor, remarking that if the story weren't documented, you'd think it was a movie. There have been over 3,500 Americans awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. Benavidez's story is noteworthy because of its duration and the wounds he suffered, but he's included in this series as a representative of those brave soldiers, including those awarded the medal posthumously. And I have heard of him. Roy Benavidez died in 1998.